Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to Pokeshoe Channel and the Guitar Ladder System. Today the subject is the power of simplicity. So what I want to talk about is the power of simplicity. The Guitar Ladder System, not that the system and the material is simplistic, there's tons of depth to it. The 10 systems of improvisation are woven into the Guitar Ladder System, but what I've done is present the material, and I present the material to your subconscious mind in a simple way where you can absorb it, assimilate it, kind of rehash it, and then it starts to wake up the musical mind. And this has been proven, folks. I've got 40 years of research into this system, and it's been proven with lots of students to work. Some of the results have almost been a little bizarre, almost a little supernatural. I've seen people with very little musical talent just take quantum leaps that I was very surprised about, and so were they. And it was my students that motivated me. But it's the material and the way I present it, because see, I could get into a big, long, complicated discussion of my material and get into paralysis through analysis and get into a very left brain way of explaining it and this and that and formulas and just drive you crazy and drive me crazy. But that doesn't, what I've discovered in teaching guitar for 40 years, it doesn't benefit anybody. What, music and art, the benefit is when you absorb the information in an intuitive, relaxed, organic way. Maybe the term holistic would apply, is when the material is presented in a way, and the material itself built within the material it's very musical. So your subconscious mind just takes to it like a fish in water, and that's why it's so powerful, because all the studies are very musical. And what I was just doing in the beginning was a little improv. But for instance, here's the cycle, which I think is 97. Now it's hard for me to do that slow because I kind of think of it as one phrase, and that's what you'll be doing too. But you can hear how this has a lot of kind of Joe Pass. I studied with Joe Pass, and this is all my own original material. But from here, see, all the material is very musical, and with my chord studies, you learn. Let me close it. With all my the 200 studies in the Guitar Ladder System, you're going to learn all those systems of improvisation in a very natural way without getting bogged down with a bunch of theory and stuff. And I do a little bit of that, but to be honest about it, if I was to really get into a lot of theory, it would slow things down. It would actually completely slow down the process of you absorbing the material and benefiting from it, and have your subconscious mind be able to assimilate it and then start to open up that creativity within. So that's what's so powerful about the Guitar Ladder System. The power of simplicity is in the material, that's the way we present it to your subconscious mind. It's not the material. There's a lot of depth in the material. And there's a lot of, like I said, the 10 systems of improvisation, from contrary motion to diatonic to symmetry to intervallic to flat 5 subs, secondary dominance, on, chromatic improvisation, modal improvisation. But the beauty of the guitar ladder system is I've taken the complication out of it. I've taken the confusion out of it. My guitar ladder system takes the mystery out of it and lets your own subconscious mind put it together. Even Larry Coryell said, if you can hear the sound of a chord in your head, you can figure out how to use it. Well, my material is very musical, like musical sentences. You learn how to put chords together in a beautiful way. But what I've discovered with my students is that you learn this material, and then your own subconscious mind begins to piece it together, kind of like putting the pieces together, and then you just start blossoming, and your creativity comes alive. The artist wakes up within. You'll start noodling and playing things that you have no idea where they came from. That's because you're assimilating the information. So that's why I always tell my students, just do the material and don't worry about it. You know, don't worry, just do. I've got 200 studies. I've got the secret Horace Hatchett files. He taught Howard Roberts how to play. Howard Roberts started the Musicians Institute, MI Institute in Hollywood, California. Well, one of my teachers I studied with 4 or 5 times, I became his best student, Horace Hatchett, taught Howard Roberts when Howard was a young man in Arizona. I got permission to have his secret files, and a lot of these secret files, I've actually reworked them to extract the best of his genius. So a lot of them are by Steve Zook and Horace Hatchett. It's powerful stuff, folks. If you love guitar, if you love music, if you want to make a lot more progress out of the hour a day that you play guitar, or 30, 40 minutes, whatever you can do, order the Guitar Ladder system. It really works. For samples, hit me up, send an email to pokesue@gmail.com. I'll send you a couple samples. But yeah, it's very, very powerful material. And if you like, you know, if you like this, I was just trying to do this. It's kind of hard to talk. I was just trying to show how I put together some chords there for Here's That Rainy Day to give it a little more color without ruining it. And if you love chord melody, you're going to be able to put all kinds of really cool stuff into your chord melody. I explain how to do it as well, how to do chord melody. But the trick in chord melody is to remain tasty but not get boring, and not add so much stuff that you ruin the tune. That's my take on it. So anyway, that's what's so powerful about the Guitar Ladder system. Like here's contrary motion. See, the treble goes up, the bass goes down. But the 10 systems of improvisation are all included in the Guitar Ladder system. So if you really want to wake up the artist within, if you want to reach a level of guitar playing and understanding music and waking up the composer within and discovering what music is floating around your unconscious mind, I'm serious, folks. This works. This is very powerful. It was only after teaching for like about 40 years and refining my material, and then starting to see, when I started really focusing on teaching my, what I now call the Guitar Ladder system material, when I started seeing the results in students, I was like, it was my students too that told me, wow, you really have something here. They motivated me to move forward. So anyway, and this guitar is available $4.99. I also just got a really great sounding 350 that they spent a lot of time voicing the top. I'm throwing in a $175 free case with that one. I just put the video up, but so anyway, feel free to send for samples of the Guitar Ladder system. Send me an email to pokesue@gmail.com. We'll go from there. All right, folks, take care. Keep the positive faith. Ciao.